Hi friends, today we're doing my summer evening routine. So obviously the first thing I have to do is leave work. Typically while I'm at work I have my car charging. My workplace is nice enough to give us a charge point station near my building that is free of charge to anyone who works at the company. So I'm able to charge up my car. For those who don't know, my car is a hybrid that can also charge and run on electric. So when it's charged, it can do 25-ish miles on electric depending on the weather and how you're driving and stuff like that. And then once it runs out of that, it'll go into hybrid mode. When I get home, the first thing I do is put all of my stuff away. I throw my backpack and put my keys away. And usually the cats will come to say hi, or I'll go find them and say hi. Bran this day was in a very lovey but playful mood. I usually leave work around 3:30 or 4. I typically get to work before 7, so around 6:45, 7 o'clock or something in the morning. So I typically leave a little bit earlier than other people at work do. Lately, it's also been really warm. We went through a super hot flash in Washington where it was above 100 3 days in a row. It's starting to even out now as I'm recording this voiceover, but my garden definitely needed to be watered extra, so I've been watering it every day when I get home from work. I'm also starting to see some big zucchinis pop up, so I'm sure I'll be plucking some of those soon. My lettuce are also doing surprisingly well given the heat, but my onions are kind of sad. I've seen a lot of flowers on my tomatoes, but I haven't seen any actual tomatoes pop up, so I'm not sure when that'll happen. The peppers also seem to be doing all right. This day I also prepped some cold brew. This is not something that I do every day because I prep a large batch at once. I decided to try a new flavor, so this one is a caramel hazelnut coffee, and so we'll see how that goes. Basically what you do, there's different ways of making cold brew, but in this case I like to make a bunch so it'll last me a week or two. And you just put in a bunch of coffee into this little strainer guy and you stick it in a container that's filled with cold water and you shake it around and it makes some cold brew. And then you have to leave it in the fridge for 24 to 48 hours, however strong you desire your coffee to be. I usually leave it in there for about 2 days. And then when I drink the coffee in the mornings, I typically put non-fat milk in it, some simple syrup, and with the regular coffee, I was putting in a little bit of chocolate sauce as well, but I think because this has the caramel, I probably won't be doing it. If there's a little static in the audio, my cat is rubbing up against my mic right now. I guess he wants to be involved in this process. So after I've done all that stuff, usually I'll get changed. As I said, it's been really hot, so I'm wearing shorts and an oversized t-shirt. And then I'll usually also take my makeup off, take my hair down if I feel like it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I choose to just sleep in the braid and I can put it in a ponytail the next morning, or work out in it already in a braid and not have to do anything with it. I apologize for some of the static noise. There were a lot of fans going on, so I tried to bring the volume down where I could, but unfortunately you're just going to hear some of it. I also, when I get home from work, will go through all my emails. Mostly it's junk, but sometimes it's, like an electricity bill or something that needs to be paid, so I try to check my email at least once a day. And then I'll also go through my planner, check off things that I've done, look and see what else I need to do that day, and I'll do a little Bible reading or something, and I've been tracking that in my planner and that's been working well for me. Also, with the current weather and with it being summer, staying hydrated is very important, so I've definitely been drinking more water than I have been in the past. And this is your little reminder, if you're sitting here watching this video, go get a drink of water or drink from your water bottle. Stay hydrated. I was also distracted by my cats who were playing or fighting. I'm not really sure which. For dinner, it always depends. Obviously, I don't eat the same thing every day. This day, Thomas grilled some chicken. He had previously had it in the sous vide for like 5 hours, I think. And then he grilled it to get it nice and crispy on the outside, and it was so good and moist. So I just heated up some rice, that was my contribution, and it dished out some salad. But I also did the dishes, so there is that. Yeah, dinner was very yummy this night. Sometimes I'll order food, sometimes I'll cook something. It really just depends. And the nice thing is, a lot of times if one of us cooks, we'll make enough that there are leftovers, so later in the week if I'm really busy, I can just eat leftovers and not have to worry about cooking dinner, because sometimes you get home and you're just tired and you don't want to have to think about it. I also recently got an outdoor table, so I ate outside that day because it was nice and warm, and the cats were staring at us the entire time we ate. As I said, there's leftovers, so this will feed me for a little while here, and I always just pack it up. Some of the dishes are really easy to do for meal prep, so I do have some containers that have different portions that you can put rice and meat and stuff in. This one, I decided it was just easier to put in a big container. And then the dishes get cleaned usually every night. Every once in a while, there's some things that get left in there, but for the most part, dishes are done nightly. And even though I just ate dinner, I decided to snack on some watermelon because, as I've been saying, it was really hot and the watermelon is nice and sweet, so it's like a little dessert, and it was also cold, which was nice. So as I snacked on this watermelon, I worked on learning Thai. For those who don't know, my boyfriend is Thai, and at some point in the future we'd like to go to Thailand, and while I definitely don't feel comfortable speaking the language, I would like to at least be able to understand somewhat when other people talk and maybe be able to read a little bit of it. So I have this book that's been teaching me how to read, but it is pretty complicated with the tone fluctuations. I feel like if I tried to speak it, I'd probably be saying the wrong thing most of the time. So that's a journey we're working on. I also then played some video games. Basically, once I've gotten all of my daily habits and stuff out of the way in the evening, I have an hour or two of just free time to do whatever I want. And this night I decided video games. Sometimes I paint or draw, sometimes I read a book. It really just depends on the day. Lately I've been playing a lot of League of Legends. It's kind of nice playing a game like this because it is repetitive and you sort of know what you're getting into, and the games typically last 30 to 50 minutes depending on how it goes. Then around 8 o'clock at night, I will brush my teeth and get ready for bed and tuck myself in, and I'll watch an episode of NCIS or something until about 9 o'clock, and then I'll go to sleep and wake up the next morning. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are having a great start to the summer. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!